sign only used for 9 to 2. But when I'm drunk, I don't like screaming. I don't like being told just what to do. You see, I don't believe in expiration dates. I go by feeling taste. 'Cause there's good and bad and good, and I ain't gonna let this go to waste. Yeah, well, if I listen to my friends or if I care about my
What's up, everyone? It's Truck Stop Mixtape. It's me, Gio, and guess what? It's John Hiatt night. We're gonna do a tribute to John Hiatt, if we can get through it. Well, I don't know how we made it. If you could only see what happens behind the scenes. This is Truck Stop Mixtape, and I appreciate y'all showing up and being here, and we're doing a little tribute to John Hiatt. Now, I didn't know much about the man, a few hits here and there, but I decided to jump in. This is a part of actually, let me backtrack a little bit. I'm kind of going a little crazy, but last year, before the shutdown, before the pandemic, the Holy Broken, the band that I'm in, we had this monthly called Truck Stop Mixtape at the Park Bar in Burbank, California, and every month we do something different. And our planned show for April was a John Hiatt tribute, so that was my first foray into the world of Hiatt and finding out about the guy. But of course, last year happened, and so we're just catching up now. But this past week, I had a chance to listen and dig in and record stuff and discover, and it's been great. What can I say? It's been enlightening because I didn't know anything about, I mean, I knew a few songs again, but I didn't know how personal it would be. But the audio's working. I'm hoping that the audio's working. I haven't gotten any comments yet that it's not working. Please share it with your friends. Truck Stop Mixtape. We do this every week. And every week it's different. Who knows what's going to happen? I'm going to start off with some music, and I'm going to start off with the people who are responsible for making this happen, this whole John Hiatt dive. This is the Holy Broken, and this is our version of Everybody Get Low. Here we go. Truck Stop Mixtape.
Well, the prize was right there underneath our eyeballs. And when it all came down, we were looking for the pitfalls. Until Judy said, baby, get yourself to going. And we
take the only heart they've got, throw it into the fire. Who risk their own self-respect in the name of desire? Who regret everything they done? Who will get the bill? Lovers who will. Who will hurt each other all the time, never give it a thought? Who will lie about where they've been, hope they never get caught? Who will say each other's kisses no longer thrill? Lovers will, you know the lovers will. Lovers will do almost anything for the thrill that only love can bring. Love is a healer who'll be the first one to you. Lovers are will, you know the lovers are will. Who'll never know what they've got till it's just about gone? Whose arms will gather up what's left just to carry on? And who will stock that little bit of love hasn't yet been killed? Well, lovers will, you know that lovers will. Lovers will do almost anything for the thrill that only love can bring. Oh, if a lover's a healer, who'll be the first one to heal? Oh, lovers will, you know the lovers will. Lovers will.
That was it.
Thanks for tell you dug in deep a little bit.
Pardon me?
You dug in a little bit.
Did I too much?
No, I don't think so.
That was great.
Golemba here on Truck Stop Mixtape. This is Truck Stop Mixtape. We're doing a little tribute to John Hiatt. Please let me know how it's sounding out there. I know it might sound weird and funny because just testing new equipment and doing different things. But let me know. Let me know. And let me know what you thought about that last song. That's really cool. Lover's Will from John Hiatt's Riding with the King album. I think that other singers have covered it. I think Bonnie Raitt maybe covered it. But this is where y'all come in. I want y'all to kind of experience this with me. And if anyone has any information on John Hiatt, like biography, background, or favorite albums, thank you, brother. Dolph Cheney, sounding pretty great. Yes, sounds great. Good. Whoo. Ha. It's having a little trouble there. But again, please share this link with your friends. Truck Stop Mixtape. We're doing this John Hiatt thing. And Dolph, why don't you tell me how you know Kara? Because I found her online. I thought that cover was amazing. So let me know, Dolph. And Dolph Cheney, of course, has a new album out. Just plug it, man. Come and plug it. Let me continue on with the music. Man, Okay, here's another person I just kind of found randomly. Oh, okay, cool. First time. You said something that sounded like you were friends or something, but hey, yes, yeah, yes, she did kill it. She crushed it. Let me play another person I found. I stumbled on. This is wait a minute. Let me play my friends here. This is Owen Arthur and Joel Doswell with the song "Mild Friend," dedicated to Scott Persico from the Holy Broken. This is probably his favorite John Hiatt song. Truck Stop Mixtape.
Truck Stop Mixtape. Thanks, Giovanni, for this opportunity. Here's a John Hiatt song called My Old Friend. Hope you like it. 1, 2, 3. Thought we were gonna make that bridge. What do I know? Me and my expectations was always high. Like a rolling stone playing on the radio. It made you cry. But we got by. Make me feel young again, my old friend. You're just as pretty as you were back then. A Corvair with no floorboards, driving south to the mouth of the river Song. Patchouli oil and motor oil, you knew all the words. Now you're looking fine in the pickup line, my old friend. You make me feel young again, my friend. You're just as pretty as you were back then. You got kids, I got kids. They all wanna know just what it was like when we were young. I tell them all I ain't no different now, just late for the show. So grab your aqua lung, loading has begun, my old friend. Make me feel young again, my old friend. You're just as pretty as you were back then, my old friend. My old friend.
Owen Arthur and Joel Doswell there with Mild Friend. Again, dedicated to Mr. Scott Persico. Thank you, Owen. Thank you, Joel. Again, John Hiatt night. Just jumping in kind of last minute, so I'm a little kind of on edge and freaked out. But I'm happy to be here and happy to be playing the stuff that I found this past week. People submitted as well. John Hiatt. So Dolph, Mr. Cheney, Big Stir recording artist, Dolph Cheney. Dolph says John Hiatt is a Hoosier. hero of mine, beats all hell out of that John Goober Melonhead we couldn't escape in Indiana in the 80s. All right, so I have a bone to pick with that one because I'm a big John Goober Melonhead fan. But I understand, because I'm not from Indiana, that you might have had a serious overexposure to John Goober Melonhead. This is Truck Stop Mixtape, and we will continue with the John Hiatt stuff. Let me play. What should I play next? Here's a good one. They're all good ones, but here's a good one. This is Kelsi Walker from Nashville with the song Gone. Enjoy.
Gone, like my last paycheck. Gone, gone away. Gone, like the car I wrecked. Gone, gone away. Gone, like a fifth of gin. Gone, gone away. Gone, like the shape I'm in. Gone, gone away. My baby's gone away. Gone, like a Nixon file. Gone, gone away. Gone, like my landlord's smile. Gone, gone away. Gone, like the furniture. Gone, gone away. Gone, like the rest of her. Gone, gone away. My baby's gone away. Gone like the silhouette that by the bed she undressed. Gone like the candlelight when we made love so sweet and bright. Gone like the one last turn she took before Atlanta burned. Gone like everything I learned. Gone, gone away. Gone, like my last paycheck. Gone, gone away. Gone, like the car I wrecked. Gone, gone away. Gone, like a fifth of gin. Gone, gone away. Gone, like the shape I'm in. Gone, gone away. My baby's gone away. That's for Teresa. Bye, buddy.
Truck Stop Mixtape. That was Kelsi Walker from Nashville with Gone. Gone off his off Hiatt's Crossing Muddy Waters album. I'm learning all this stuff. John Hiatt. The incredible thing. Yes, hold on. Let's see. Bobby Cox in the house. Love Kelsi's voice. Wasn't that great? That's the thing about. This is what I was going to talk about. Thank you for leading me in, Mr. Bobby Cox. Is that this is like the mark of a really good songwriter. So many people have covered his songs. Kelsi Walker, Bob Dylan, Linda Ronstadt, Bonnie Raitt, Nick Lowe, Iggy Pop, Roseanne Cash, Buddy Guy, and it's just like the range of different personalities as far as voices and interpreters. And somehow each of those people managed to make their versions personal. And it's all in the song, man. It's all in the song. You can't, it's hard to mess up. I mean, you might have a different opinion, but that's my opinion. And that's why I've learned to love this. And I was joking with the bass player for the Holy Broken about it, that it's just the deeper I go, the more kind of emotionally kind of involved I am in a way that I can't, like, this guy is really, he's up there. He's like, up there with the Dylans and the Leonard Cohens and he really is. And it's I know that he's had a lot of success as a performer, but somehow that superstardom has eluded him. But the people who've covered him, would indicate otherwise. All right. Cindi Law in the house too. Yes, Kelsi has a great voice. So do you. Cindy's coming up soon. She's got a song in the mix. But I want to get to other people in the mix too as well. Toby was just speaking to, saying that Owen was rocking in the riverbed. Yeah, Owen with his outdoor videos. And Dolph getting back to the John Goober Melonhead comment that he was playing in every station in Indiana. Small town, yes, even in jazz, classical, and country stations. He was the hometown boy. He had to get the love, but I'm sure he got a lot of it. Folks, this is Truck Stop Mixtape. I'm finally feeling a little bit comfortable. I want to start digging in. I'm pulling out my guitar to see if I can find some songs I can do. I'm just jumping in last minute, but I'm going to continue with the music. And this is... let me play this guy. This is Bill Arnold, my friend from Connecticut. Again, he was part of last week's show. This week he's doing a version of Have a Little Faith in Me. This is Bill Arnold, playwright, songwriter, actor, activist, guitar displayer. He has these series of videos on YouTube where he plays a different guitar every day. I mean, he's got like hundreds of guitars in his yard, in his barn. I'm not gonna say where because I don't want any trouble, but he's in Connecticut somewhere, and we go back. I know him from back in the day. He used to play in a band called the Wall Spiders. They were pretty cool too. Here he is. This is Bill Arnold with Have a Little Faith in Me.
When the road gets dark and you can no longer see, just let my love throw a spark. Have a little faith in me. When the tears you cry are all you can believe, just give these loving arms a try. speak so easily. Come here, darling, from a whisper start. Have a little faith in me. When your back's against the wall, just turn around, you will see. Well, I will catch you, I will catch your fall. You have a little faith in me. 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 Well, I've been loving you for such a long time, girl, expecting nothing in return, just for you to have a little faith in me. See, time is our friend, 'cause for us there is no end. All you gotta do is have a little faith in me. Well, I will hold you up. I will hold you up. Your love gives me strength enough, so have a little faith in me. Say it now. Hey, hey, yeah. All you gotta do for me, girl, is have a little faith in me. Say it now.
Hey, oh my God. I'm trying to test this equipment. Oh Lord. Yes, Toby Kyle. Can you hear me? Am I still on? Is my mic on? Cause this is haywire tonight. Yeah, one of my favorite tunes as well. Bill Arnold singing his ass off there with John Hyatt's "Have a Little Faith in Me." Somebody throw me a comment, make sure that my mic is on. I think it's on. I just can't hear it at the moment. But again, I want to just challenge the people, my few friends who are watching, everyone who's joining me tonight. If you have any data, any info on the man, yes, Mina in the house. Yes, John Hyatt rules. He does. Yes, and we got plenty more covers coming. If anyone has any information on John Hyatt, like anything you want to talk about, anything personal, any experience with a particular song, please share it with me. I'd love to talk about it. Oh, look at that, Jeff Snyder kicking in tonight. Jeff, park your ass at home. They have a great show tonight. I don't have the lineup with me. I'm gonna pull up that flyer and I'm post it up. I promise you, I will. But thank you, Jeff. And Kevin Brown always getting down, and he's saying it's all good. I'm going to continue with the music here because I just want to, like I said, I'm testing this equipment as I go. And it's fun. It's fun just firing it up and just going, hey, does this work? Is this on? And it is on. So thank you for tuning in to Truck Stop Mixtape. Again, please share. Go to truckstopmixtape.com. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube page, please do it. because I want this to grow. We need to add people to it. Every week we're doing something different. Next week, right now it could change. Next week is it's 80s divas. 80s rock, pop, and soul divas. So whatever you think that term means, think of it loosely, whatever pops in your mind. If you have covers you want to perform or you've done in the past and you want to share with me, please do so. We'll do it here on Truck Stop Mixtape. And I know that next week I'll have a little bit more preparation with this equipment. Again, thank you for being here. It really means the world. You just never know what's going on, man. Everything is crazy. Everything is always kind of up in the air and just, whew, you never know what's going to happen. So I appreciate people being able to share music with me, sending me songs, and me being able to find things online, amazing performers, and able to record a few with my band, The Holy Broken, and possibly, hopefully, if I can get the sound thing going, maybe perform a song or two tonight, because I'd love to do that. This is really creepy because Truck Stop Mixtape just said equipment and camera working well, great sound, and usually I send that message out. If it comes from me, says Truck Stop Mixtape, so I don't know who sent that. I don't know who said that, and it's kind of I'm nervous. So it's got to be somebody who's part of the Truck Stop Mixtape family on Facebook. Man, now I'm getting paranoid. What the hell's going on? This is John Hiatt Night on Truck Stop Mixtape. This is another person I discovered on YouTube as I was searching for different versions of songs that I wanted to kind of get inspired by. This is wait, what is this? It's Scott. It's Scott. It's like, because I don't know how this works. Yes, you signed in through Truck Stop Mixtape, so you just scared me, man. You scared me. Going back to Angela Charles. She's a performer from Maryland, and this is again between last year digging for the show that never happened and this past week. This is definitely one of my favorite John Hiatt songs, and I think she just does a great version and just flips it. And this is Angela Charles from Maryland. Cry Love, John Hiatt tribute. Stop talking. Truck Stop Mixtape.
Hey everyone, so today's song was requested by my friend from YouTube, Tim Curtis Jr., and it is Cry Love by John Hiatt, and this is a very fun song to learn, so I'm happy to play it today, and I hope you like it. Moment of steel, a dry house. Did he say goodbye to you, or did you kick him out? I know you're not afraid to go alone, but this was a marriage of spirit, flesh, and bone. So what you gonna do when the planet shifts? What you gonna do? Slit your wrist and bleed all over the Milky Way. The stars in your eyes look red today. Cry love, the tears of an angel, the tears of a dove. Spill it all over your heart from above. Cry love, cry love. Trust a woman right there in his hands, but he was a little boy, it was not a man. And you love him stronger than he could feel, but he was wrapped up in himself like an orange peel. So what What you gonna do with the booze and blush? What you gonna do when there's no rush? Complete on misery at the corner store, and one little chain of things down no more. Cry low, the tears of an angel, the tears of a girl, spill it all over the house from above. Cry low, cry low. Throwing out my sheet on the floor. If this is a lesson in love, then what's it for? The heart will remember the burning fire the next time it feels a thing of desire. Cry low, the tears of an angel, the tears of a girl, spill it all over the house from above. Cry low, cry low, cry low, cry low, cry
Cry Love, Angela Charles from Maryland. That was cool. That was really cool. I feel really lucky to be able to share this stuff with y'all and to share the music of this amazing songwriter, Mr. John Hiatt. Earlier I played the Holy Broken's version of Everybody Got Low, Everybody Went Low. Yes, Mina in the house again. Beautiful voice. Yes, she was amazing. She was amazing. And I'm just, yes. Look at that, Scott. Such a great song, incredible version. Yes, I loved it too. I loved it too. She definitely put a little spin on it. She had she reminded me of someone, but I can't remember. I can't put my finger on it. But she definitely did a little something to it that made it her own, and I love that. So, continuing on with the music, let's rock up a little bit. Let's rock up a little bit. Is that okay if we rock up a little bit? Yeah. This next song, I think, was one of the songs that we considered for the live show that never happened, because it's a good rocker. And I found this band from Spain, from Valencia, actually, called Tres Hombres. And this is their version of Tennessee Plates. Dig it. Truck Stop Mixtape.
Talking about a dry dead upon an interstate. Yeah, we're looking for a Cadillac with Tennessee plates. Well, since I left California, baby, things have gotten worse. The line of opportunity for me is just a curse. The church in Bakersfield, my trial will have to wait. Hey, we're looking for a Cadillac with Tennessee plates. We're somewhere in the body. Outside, she was shivering in the dark, so over to the right. The back shows later, the car's hardwired. We're crossing Mississippi like an old city fire. If you know what's up,
to the one that let us in. Now we're landing in Memphis like original sin. Elvis Presley Boulevard to the Graceland Gate. See, we were looking for a Cadillac with Tennessee plates. There must have been a dozen all a parking lot garage. There wasn't one Lincoln and there wasn't one Dutch. There wasn't one Japanese model to make. Just a pretty Cadillac with Tennessee plates. She saw her singing once when she was 17. And ever since the day she's been living in between. I was never kidding nothing but it's wild we can. Anyway, you wouldn't care. Hell, he gave them to his friends. This ain't no hometown riding you from. It's just a Tennessee prison. I'm approaching downtown. When you're sincerely doing 5 to 8. Just stopping all my time making Tennessee plates.
Tres Hombres from Valencia with Tennessee plates. Song about getting in trouble. That seems to be a common theme for Mr. Hiatt. This is Truck Stop Mixtape, y'all. Again, if you're out there and you're watching, please share with your friends. Go to truckstopmixtape.com and subscribe to the YouTube channel. And if you're a fan of Mr. Hiatt, let me know what your favorite song is, what your experience is with any particular piece of music by the man, and if you'd like to share anything, you know, you can do it in the comments, or I can even send you a link so you can join me live, because we do this like this sometimes. We kind of we go freely. We have a little fun. This again, Truck Stop Mixtape. What should I play now? What should I play now? What should I play now? Okay, so I'm going to jump around the world. Since we're in that part of the world, that hemisphere, let me go to the Netherlands. And this is an individual by the name of Hedwig Petermans. Yes, Hedwig Petermans. But his version of this song, again, it's always like the interpreter that makes you kind of go, oh, what's this song? This is crazy. And his take on this one, this is called Alone in the Dark. And please check out all these artists, these links that pop up if you can. If you look at the name, just search them online because they need your love too. And these are amazing people doing their own things. But that occasionally do a cover, and I grab it, and I find it, and I share it. This is Hedwig with Alone in the Dark, all the way from the Netherlands on Truck Stop Mixtape.
Yeah. It's a lonely picture of an empty glass. It's a still life study of a drunken ass. And he howls at the moon, hoping the sun don't come up too fast. I'm all alone in the dark now, baby. I'm all alone in the dark now, girl. I'm all alone on my knees at last, alone in the dark. Yeah. It's extreme self-pity and frozen fear. Because I want you with me. You're not here. So I rub my nose in its sugar till the roses smell just like death. I'm all alone in the dark now, baby. I'm all alone in the dark now, girl. I'm all alone, drawing whiskey breath, alone in the dark. My head is spinning, tell me what went wrong. I swear to God I tried. Just turned around one day and you were gone. Now these tears that I have to cry. Yeah. I'm all alone in the dark now, baby. I'm all alone in the dark now, girl. I'm all alone, yeah. I'm all alone.
Hedwig, Alone in the Dark, all the way from the Netherlands. That was pretty cool. This is Truck Stop Mixtape. I should play another Holy Broken song. Yeah, we did a handful. Not a handful. Maybe a handful if you're missing a couple fingers. This is gonna be this is our take on let me see if I can find it. Yeah, here it is. Adios to California. Adios to California. Holy Broken, Truck Stop Mixtape.
Smoky room in a thin blue light. Her arms were pale and white, trying to outlast the night, howling at the moon, living in the canyon then, hang down Hannah and whiskey gin, dirty jeans and mudslide hymns that all began with soon. So adios to California, nothing to do but turn around. Always thought there's someone coming for you. Only way you'd leave this town. Pasadena in the rain, eating donuts and reading Twain. How much longer can my brain set itself on fire? You said that's it for me. Have a little faith it might set you free, but your faith is no good, you see, for me and my desire. So adios to California, nothing to do but turn around. Always thought there's someone coming for you. Only way you leave this town.
package gone. You must have thought about it just that long. I never knew you were so strong. I guess I never will. Well, so adios to California. Nothing to do but turn around. Always thought there's someone coming for you. Only way to leave this town. Only way to leave this town.
Take 5,682.
Adios to California, Mr. John Hiatt, and that was the Holy Broken, Scott Persico, Toby Kyle, and Kevin Brown on the drums there. The last little snare exhibition at the end there. We love you too, Scott Persico. This is a John Hiatt tribute. Man, we're just loosey-goosey tonight. I'm trying to figure out... I'm looking up songs to play. I should have done my homework. But if you have a request, I could pull something out. Let's see if I can try it. Yes. Nice truck video. Can't go wrong. Says Owen Arthur, the master of the outdoor video. Again, this is Truck Stop Mixtape. I hope you're having an okay week. I hope everything's all right in your world. And Mina says, master of disaster. Oh, Mina. I'm going to have to pull that one. Let's see if I can find it. All right. But again, seriously, I hope everything is okay. I know that there's a light. Finally see the light, vaccines and I don't know. It just seems like things are kind of easing up a little bit, just a little tiny bit, but hopefully there'll be some hugs by the end of this year. Masked as well, but hopefully some contact, some human interaction, and a little bit of sanity, much needed sanity. Yes. Was someone wearing jammies? Sally, you would know. I believe our bass player was Mr. Toby. Kyle was wearing jammies in that last video. He couldn't be bothered. Or maybe he was just so comfortable in his jammies and he knew he was going to play really well if he was really comfortable. So maybe that was it. Maybe that's the secret. Either way, love those guys. And it was fun to record and figure that song out. Let me go to more music. This is a friend of mine from Nashville, and she's I mean, I wouldn't call her a country singer, but she leans towards Americana and country. She's an amazing songwriter herself, and she's been cool enough to record a few duets with me, and I love to kind of be able to have any opportunity to showcase her solo. And I said, if you don't know John Hiatt, he's up your alley because he's got this sort of country-ish flavor, but the lyrics are kind of crazy. And she was like, what song should I do? I'm like, look, here's a list of songs. Just pick any of them. And she picked I would have never guessed this song. And of course, her singing it brings it to life in a way that you'll see. This is Cindi Law and Back of My Mind by John Hiatt.
My daddy he stood at the foot of the stairs. He was calling to me at the time. And I knew even then I could die for the thoughts I kept in the back of my mind. But I dared not to speak how I felt for my dad, 'cause there were no words to define the ball of confusion, of feelings and junk that I kept in the back of my mind. So I took to the highway and I kept to myself, just looking and hoping to find some solution, some answer, some way to exist. All this junk in the back of my mind. So I took me a job and I took me a man, and I took to a bottle of wine. And it did not take long till all I had left was this junk in the back of my mind. Driving like rain on a runaway train, flying blind, shot from the dark in the back of my mind. Well, the end of the tunnel never came up till I came to the end of the line. And I saw that the light I've been hoping to see was just a spark in the back of my mind. And the cold wind that blew through the hole in my heart made a fire for the very first time, from some branches of trust and a kindling of faith, and that spark in the back of my mind. Driving like the rain on a runaway train, flying blind, shot from the dark in the back of my mind. Driving like rain on a runaway train, flying blind, shot from the dark in the back of my mind. Shot from the dark in the back of my mind. Shot from the dark in the back of my mind.
Heartbreaking. Cindi Law from Nashville with Back of My Mind. John Hiatt Night, Truck Stop Mixtape. How are you feeling, y'all? Is my voice sounding high? Do I sound sped up? Because I'll talk slower and lower. Again, that was beautiful. Thank you, Cindi. Thank you for recording that. That was so cool. Yes, Owen agrees. It was beautiful, Cindi. This is Truck Stop Mixtape. Again, go to truckstopmixtape.com or go to youtube.com/truckstopmixtape. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Please share that information. I promise next week to be a little bit more prepared. But this week I'm just having fun because, it was one of those things, just diving into this person's music and listening to, I actually made a playlist, and I think it was like a 12-hour playlist of his music. Really, really good stuff. And I mean, I feel like the thing that struck me the most was a sense of humor, and the greats, whatever, for me, Bob Dylan, Tom Waits, or even Leonard Cohen, they write from a place of they write of the losers of the world, right? But nobody has as much fun being the loser as John Hiatt. There's definitely there's melancholy, there's sadness, there's regret, right? But for some reason, that's what I've discovered this past week. He has the most fun. Like, you can tell that, okay, I messed up, but you know what? It was fun. Anyway, continuing on with the music, this is since Owen just gave that last comment, let's pop him in. Let's pop him in. This is Owen Arthur with the song Drive South. Take it away, Owen.
Didn't say it wouldn't hurt anymore. That's how you learn. Just get burned. You don't have to feel like dirt anymore, though love's not earned. Maybe it's our turn. We were always looking for true north, with our heads in the clouds, just a little off course. I got that motor running, so if you're feeling down and out, come on, baby, drive south with the one you love. I'm not talking about the true little girl. Don't make our stand in that heavy van. Windows open on the rest of the world, holding hand all the way to Dixieland. We've been trying to turn our lives around since we were little kids. It's been tearing us down. Don't look away now, darling. Let's fire it up and wind it out. Come on, baby, drive south with the one you love. Come on, baby, drive south with the one you love. I hear your mama calling. Oh, she's just stalling. Don't know who she's talking to. Could be me or you. We could go down with a smile on. Don't bother to pack your nylons. Don't keep them pretty legs showing. It gets hot down where we're going. We were always looking for true north, with our heads in the clouds, just a little off course. I got that motor running. Let's fire it up and wind it out. Come on, baby, drive south with the one you love. Come on, baby, drive south with the one you love. Come on, baby, drive south with the one you love. The one you love.
Yeah, Scott, I agree. I need some of his energy. That was Owen Arthur with Drive South. Thank you, Owen. Thank you for submitting that. Thank you, Owen and Joel Doswell, for the earlier one with my old friend. This is Truck Stop Mixtape, John Hiatt Night, and I am going to attempt a song because I was just digging through, and I'm going to see if I can try this one. This is called, what is this called? Oh, yes. Okay, let me find out where this is from. Again. Yeah, this is from Slow Turning. Great album. This is a song called It'll Come to You. So here we go. A little, ha, ha. How's that sound? All right. Here we go. You know what? Actually, I need to plug in. I'll be right back. I'm gonna play a video. Lord, look at that. This is just so crazy. Owen Arthur says, I need some of your ripping guitar skills. You guys should meet over a coffee and exchange some ideas. See if you can learn from each other. Like, for example, you should plug in your instrument when you're gonna play a song. It's important to plug in the guitar. Let's see if this is possible. Why wait? You guys are hanging with me, right? We're all in this together. Let's see if this is gonna work. Okay. All right, I need to hear a quick response. Can you guys hear that? Can you hear that? Somebody say please. Somebody say please. Somebody say yes, I can hear that. Hear that guitar? If not, I'm going ahead. If I don't hear from no comments, I don't care. I'm going in. I'm diving. I'm jumping in, because that's how I go. Yep. Thank you, Arthur. Mr. Arthur. Thank you, Owen. Okay, here we go. Lord. Okay. That girl you were seeing back in 72. Something about a hotel room and bath water in your shoes. Were you into your Catholic thing or some other stew? You were both holed up in that hotel room, practicing voodoo. It'll come to you. It'll come to you. In the middle of the night with your covers pulled up tight. It'll come to you, yeah. And the business partner you took for every red cent, you can't even remember where all that money went. Some on liquor and women, maybe a little rent. But as far as paying it back, buddy, you ain't made a dent. It'll come to you. It'll come to you. In the middle of the night with your covers pulled up tight. It'll come to you, yeah. And they'll be standing all around you in your sleep, asking for a promise that you couldn't keep. 'Cause back when you were so hollow inside, you were trying to puff yourself up with some foolish pride. Now you're happily married with a wife and kid of your own. But sometimes in the closet at night you can hear them rattling bones, taking bets on your future and your current postal zone. It's a spooky equation, but check yourself out, you're the great unknown. It'll come to you. It'll come to you. In the middle of the night with your covers pulled up tight. It'll come to you. Yeah. It'll come to you. It'll come to you. It'll come to you. It'll come to you. All right, it'll come to you from Slow Turning. Yes. Having fun, y'all. This is John Hiatt Tribute Night, Truck Stop Mixtape. And no better time for me to bring a friend on board who's waiting in the wings. I know he's got some John Hiatt information for me. This is my old friend from down south in Topanga, Mr. David Gorman. David, come on board, man.
Whoa, I'm brighter than I thought I was going to be. Hold on a second.
That's what everyone says about you, man.
There you go.
How you doing, man?
Oh, just got home. Just got home. Just ran in the door. I forgot this started as early as it did. So I was out and about in Woodland Hills, and then I saw we were live.
Yes, that's
so now I'm home.
And now you're home.
Cheers.
What can you tell me? Cheers to you, sir. Cheers. My nondescript white can. Don't show the label. John Hiatt. How did you come across this guy, man? I mean, because to me, it's, he's always just kind of been there, and seems to hit sort of like this sort of ceiling, or just like never kind of breaks through in a way that, that others in his field have, crossed over, I guess. But his songs have. But
he's one of those guys. I think like he had his moment, right? Like Bring the Family, when that album came out, and it was like, oh man, he's finally going to be huge. And I think he's got that curse that, like, when you're really, really good and you just keep doing the thing you're good at, and it's easy to sort of stop noticing. Like I would there's a lot of like people I put in that category, like Los Lobos, like bands like that, where it's like they hit this moment, and it's not that they get bad, they're still doing their thing and they're still great at it.
They probably even get better, but it's just a sort of, the attention kind of wears out. And
and it's like, if you don't do anything like crazy to reinvent yourself, it's like easy to fade away. But to answer your first question, I came to him, I think I told you this the other day when we were trying to figure out what songs to do. I was, still am, I'm a huge Nick Lowe fan. And so when I heard the song She Don't Love Nobody, which was one of my favorite Nick Lowe songs, and then sort of flipped the record over and realized Nick didn't write it, and it was a John Hiatt song, I was like, oh man, I love this song. So now I got to go see if there's stuff by John Hiatt. And I think the first thing I might have bought was that, there was a compilation called Y'all Caught, where it was like him standing on the cover with a fishing pole, and it was kind of a greatest hits from the, like, I guess the middle part of his career, right? Because he was on like Epic for 2 records that are real weird records. Then there's like MCA and like Geffen, and like, I guess Y'all Caught was that MCA Geffen,
the new wave era.
Yeah, like that like big echoey Norbert Putnam productions and
gated drums and all that.
Yeah, totally. And I got that record, and I was able to hear through the production, and kind of hear that there's some great songs on here. And then being a Nick Lowe fan, I'm also an Elvis Costello fan. And he and Elvis Costello duetted on a cover of a Spinners tune, and like the Spinners or something like that, like more than Elvis Costello or Nick Lowe. I mean, Spinners is my thing, and so they covered "Living Just a Little, Laughing Just a Little" together.
Yeah,
and I was like, all right, this is a guy I clearly need to dig as deep as you could dig.
It's weird how that early middle period, there's a lot of Elvis going on in there. Costello.
Yeah. Oh, totally.
Like his I want to say his like 3rd and 4th albums, just from the nasally kind of the vocal style that he's kind of adapting, and sort of the punchy vocals.
There's a lot of similarities there, and I actually think, like, I don't know, like maybe the better answer to the question of like why he isn't bigger than he is it if those like Hiatt records we're talking about with like the cheesy drums and like that heavy synth, like that synth heavy production, like I don't know, like if those records would have been produced by someone like Nick Lowe instead of the guys that were, you know, trying to make them sound new wave and hip.
Yeah.
Like, I think those same songs, if they were done in, you know, I don't want to say stripped down, that's not what I mean, but like those first 10 Costello records that Nick Lowe produced, like
it's punchy and raw.
Yeah, exactly. And I think the Hiatt records had that sound. Maybe, you know, people would have taken to him differently. But then, like, Bring the Family has it, right? And Nick Lowe's actually on that
Bring
record.
The Family, Slow Turning, and just like that's when he finally kind of figured that out in a way that. But yeah, no, it's just weird. But that's again another testament to the power of his songwriting. Is that even though those records sound like that, and I'm a fan of that sound, by the way.
You're a fan of all sounds. That's the difference. It's the difference between me and you.
But I love the cheesiness of it. But the fact that it's got that, it's in that mucky muck, right, of that production. Those songs still kind of stick. They still like punch you in the gut. They still slap you in the face in a way that, like, okay, this is why everyone covers him. This is why everyone.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and that was the thing. Like she said the same things to me, and like all like so many great songs. And then, man, do you know that tune "Feels Like Rain"?
Oh yeah.
And did you watch? You must have. You watched Treme, right?
Oh yeah. No, that was.
There's a great scene in Treme where I think I'm trying to remember who. Like they went to a club in New Orleans, and it was like when Steve Earle was mentoring that woman who was like kind of the street musician,
the violinist. Yeah,
and they went to a club and somebody was doing "Feels Like Rain." It might have been Aaron Neville or something. Doing this beautiful version of "Feels Like Rain."
Buddy Guy recorded a really good version of it.
Yeah, and the like, what was cool that scene in Treme, what I loved about it so much was, you know, they go and they're watching the song. It's like this beautiful version of it, and it's like, you know, show takes place right after the hurricane, and the scene like where Steve Earle's talking to her as they're walking out, and he's like kind of asking her like, so what do you think that song's about? You know, and she's like, oh, well, obviously, you know, it's written about Katrina, and it's written, you know, it's like what we're all going through. And he's like, no, man, like this cat John Hiatt wrote this song, you know, 10, 15 years ago or whatever. And he was talking about just like, that's the power of a great song, is that you can hear it in a different context, a different world, and you'll put all this meaning on it, even if the artist never intended it, because it's that good a song that you can find a new home in it. Man, now I gotta go and find the version from Treme, because I feel like it was a Neville, but I don't remember who did it.
I've got a version loaded up that I'm wondering if I should just throw it on. Let me just throw it on. Why not?
Throw it
on. Maybe not. Let me do the different one. I want to play this version of "She Don't Love Nobody" by these guys called the Gaelic guys, and this is a weird video because it's part short film, performance art kind of thing, and musical, you know, performance. But enjoy. This is the Gaelic guys doing "She Don't Love Nobody." Truck Stop Mixtape.
Is. I know she's here. Where is he? I want to see my wife. I'm looking for my wife.
Sir, this is a bread and breakfast. This is a clean establishment. We don't have any Irish floozies coming through here.
Where's my wife? All right, I see a car out there. Where is he? I want to see my wife now. What are you doing? Where is he? Where's my wife?
See you. You're off your fucking heat. You're off your fucking heat, you silly wee gun.
Who the Scottish prick? What the fuck is this? Did you fuck my wife? Where's my wife?
Oh no, she was just helping me fix my ball bag.
You Sit down. Shh. Alright. See you.
Alright.
So you didn't sleep with my wife?
Alright. But I didn't. She's fucking minging.
I heard that.
Hey, nobody asked you. Keep your trap shut.
How'd ya wish?
Boys, let's settle this over a cup of tea, like a couple of proper Gaelic guys.
Okay. The fuck am I doing in this colonial house?
Here you go. Cheers, mate.
Cheers, Tyler. Oh, cheers. Jolly.
Boys. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3.
From my humble point of view, she don't love nobody. Nothing borrowed, nothing new. She don't love nobody. I'm the green eyes I detect. She don't love nobody. Heart no kiss could resurrect. She don't love nobody. All I love, I'd be told, hold on tight. As a girl, I'd make my right. I'm not interested in anything mama says. She throws her passion to the wind. She don't love nobody. She don't give out and she won't give in. She don't love nobody. And if I could, I'd make her mine. She don't love nobody. No, she would never walk that line. She don't love nobody all her life. She's a toad, hold on tight. There's a girl, she make her right. She's not interested in anything mama says. Well, I want a girl who does not need to love nobody. She's the one my heart receives. She don't love nobody. Oh, she don't love nobody. Oh, she
Not bad for a couple of Gaelic guys.
Well, that was something. Gaelic guys on Truck Stop Mixtape.
They got that a little wrong in the credits then, huh?
This is Truck Stop Mixtape. David Gorman in the house. David, you sent me a video.
It's true.
For a song. Why did you pick the song that you picked?
So two reasons. Well, three, I guess, because one is I really dig the song, but that that song was, I don't think he's ever officially released it. It came out. It was recorded for the documentary Heartworn Highways in '75, and never used in the film. And then when it came out, I don't know, like 15 years ago or so, or 10 years ago on DVD, they had like all these, bonus features, and one of them was that
Extras
performance.
and stuff, huh?
Yeah, and Hiatt doing this song was one of the bonus features, and he doesn't appear anywhere else in the movie, so it's like they filmed him, but he just didn't make the final cut. But the movie, if I'm sure you know it, but anyone who's watching, like if you don't know the movie, it was sort of this weird documentary where these guys went down to Austin and Nashville to sort of just do a documentary on the sort of emerging progressive country scene. And it ended up being the first time anyone had recorded Steve Earle, the first solo recording from Rodney Crowell, first time anyone recorded John Hiatt. It was right after Guy Clark's first record came out.
Okay. So
he's in it, but just these like aching, beautiful performances are much better than the album.
And who's on the cover of the poster for that movie?
Townes Van Zandt.
Tom Van Zandt. Okay.
And pretty much any movie you've ever seen about Townes Van Zandt has the clips from Heartworn Highways. It's him doing Poncho and Lefty, just sitting in his trailer and doing Waiting Around to Die. And they use those are like the clips everyone uses for any Townes Van Zandt thing.
Yeah.
It was just this amazing that these guys ended up capturing all of these artists before anyone knew who they were. And the story with Hiatt was he was kind of hanging around some of the other guys that they were working with, and he was all excited because he just landed his record deal that day. Supposedly, like that day, he signed a deal with Epic. And they're like, all right, let's film the dude. Like he sounds really excited, and so he did this song, One for the One, and that's how I came across it. I ended up working on that soundtrack and produced the soundtrack so it would finally come out like 30 years after the movie was made. We finally took all those recordings and made an album out of it, and I just fell in love with the song. It's like this really beautiful kind of weird love song and drinking song, and it's weird kind of seeing him as a young man, because Hyatt's one of those guys, maybe it was the booze, but by the time he was like 35, he looked like he was 50. Like he hasn't really aged since the 80s. And so it's just kind of a startling thing. So it's like always a song I really dug, and just kind of feel this kinship to it through the soundtrack and kind of helping introduce that song into the world. And chose it because I kind of knew no one else would, because it hasn't really been out, other than people who are freakish enough to know that the soundtrack record. So I just thought it was like a hidden gem in a catalog of a guy who nearly everything he's ever done is sort of hidden. So except for like 3 or 4 songs, like Have a Little Faith in Me, and like some of the ones that have bubbled up, and some of the stuff he's written for other people. But that was the thinking behind it. And
let's give it a whirl. How would you like to introduce your own video?
You know what? If you're just playing what I sent you, there's a little introduction at the beginning. So I'll just say this. I did this about 2 hours ago. Actually, that's not true. I started doing this about 5 hours ago, but I finally made it all the way through the song without blowing it 2 hours ago.
This is my exact process of as the show is live. I'm like, let me see. I'm looking up, where's Master of Disaster? I don't know the song. But here's David Gorman again. If you guys want to check out his Instagram, Home Someone's Soul, it's practically a daily taste of classic soul records that David pops up on Instagram, and things that you should definitely check out and investigate. Heavy heavy on the Womack, but heavy on the soul all around.
Shouldn't we all be?
It wasn't a complaint. It was a complaint. It was I was just saying. Here is David Gorman.
Okay. This, I think, is the first song John Hiatt ever recorded. I could be wrong about that, but there's a chance I'm right about it. So let's go with that, because it makes for a good story. It's a little bit of a drinking song, kind of like One for My Baby, One More for the Road, but don't take a drink every time the lyric says to, because there's like 5 toasts in every chorus, and that's just not healthy. So maybe just take a drink before now, like right now, and a big enough drink that this might sound good to you. But here we go. The song's called One for the One. Some women wear passion like the most recent fashion. Some women want money for love. Some live on wishes, and some do the dishes. But you're the woman that I'm thinking of. And so it's one for the one for me, one for the stars up above, and one for the night, and one for the light, and one for the woman who gives me her love. Life is a curtain, the next scene's uncertain, the actor is lost in his role. The lady is waiting, but I'm hesitating. Lovers are children afraid to grow old. And so it's one for the one for me, one for the stars up above, and one for the night, and one for the light, and one for the woman who gives me her love. Ashes to ashes, the emptiness crashes. The dreamer wakes up in the dream. Your journey of sorrow runs off with tomorrow, and rainbows are cluttered with things as they seem. And so it's one for the one for me, one for the stars up above, and one for the night, and one for the light,
gave me her love.
Thanks. That was awesome, man. Thank you, man. Thank you for real. Thank you, man. I know that you're not. I really appreciate you putting in the work and doing this, and I know that it's not necessarily like the first. Like if I go, hey, John Hiatt song, you're not like right away. You're like it's coming right up. You're definitely like, let me think about it, and I appreciate you dedicating any amount of time to this, man, because it's a great song. You sounded great. The room sounds great too, by the way. Like recording.
I bought Julianne a really nice microphone because she was thinking about doing a podcast, and so I borrowed it for today. So that's where that comes from. First of all, thank you, and yeah, I am not a performer by any stretch. So these are like I have to psych myself into these things. But you've managed to pull it out of me, so I thank you for that. The thing I realized, like we were talking earlier about like why his songs are so coverable, and I'm saying this from personal experience because I'm not a singer or a performer, but I think there's something in his voice is unique, and to be polite.
Yeah.
And I think it turns a lot of people off, like just his singing voice, because it is kind of so pinched and nasally and kind of gruff. And I think it's one of the reasons that like you can cover his songs, because if like there isn't that like intimidation factor when it's someone who's like a really killer singer.
Yeah.
It's kind of like you're a little scared to tackle it, or that's imprinted on your brain. You're imitating that version. And like with Hiatt, it's like you don't want to imitate him. So it's easy to make it your own. But like the opposite of that, going back to She Don't Love Nobody, because I tried doing that a few times today. Like I recorded that one too. And what I realized was like, it was just, I was trying to be Nick Lowe and not being very good at it, because his version is so good and his voice is so good. He's such a great singer that it's like, it's just, that's what I'm doing. But like when you do a Hiatt song, you're not going to sing it like him, probably because you don't want to. And so it like,
well, to me, I mean, for me, it's like the thing is with his voice, and I find that he's very, very soulful, and I just think that he's, my favorite singers aren't necessarily the best singers. They're the ones who push their vocals beyond the point where they should be singing.
Right.
And he's one of those guys that somehow, he's actually got a big range, but he just somehow manages to get to a point where it's just like almost guttural, and you don't expect it. I mean,
and that's the thing. I think it works really well with him. You listen to his stuff, and and he's also one of those singers. I think the older he got, the more comfortable in his voice he got. Yeah. Like I like listening to him sing now much more than on those like 80s and 90s records, because I think he sort of figured out how to use it. But I agree with you, and but it's the same thing. Like I put him in that camp with like Neil Young, where it's like Neil Young's great singing in the Neil Young way, but there's something cool when you hear other people tackle his songs, because they're not going to sing them like he does, or like Dylan. You don't sing Dylan songs like Dylan, but like I've never really heard, someone cover a Marvin Gaye record in a way that made me like forget about the Marvin record even for a couple of minutes. Like it's like you're trapped in what Marvin did to that song. And I don't think that happens with like Neil Young or John Hiatt or Bob Dylan.
No.
you know, because people just inherently, because their voices are so utterly them and so kind of beautifully flawed, if you want to say it like that, that like no one's going to cover John Hiatt and try to sing like John Hiatt.
Well,
And
you know, it's one of those things. It's like you know, I joke about if you're like watching a movie and if you're catching like like some sort of oh, the hair is different in this scene than the last scene, then the movie's not holding you. So therefore, you're just paying attention to the details of like the specifics of what's going on, and it's why a lot of these times these singers, these performers, you know, like, oh, you pay attention to the lyrics because you're not, the voice isn't taking you someplace else where you're kind of distracted. Like some voices just, you're so lost by their voice that they take into like a higher place where the lyrics are kind of just secondary, you know, and don't hit you necessarily as hard as the messenger is hitting you know?
Right.
And but that's why, I mean, that's why those songs are so, I mean, those covers are amazing. And if you want to order Heart-Worn Highways, it's coming to Blu-ray in April.
and I gotta tell you, you need to, I mean, if you I mean, if you're paying attention to the show and you're listening to John Hiatt, you probably have a predilection towards this kind of music anyway. But if you want to see, I don't know if I mentioned this, this is also the first ever recordings of Steve Earle. And if you want to see Steve Earle's like a 17-year-old kid,
long-haired
17-year-old kid, when he was basically just following Townes and Guy around, just trying to learn from them. And that's when this movie was shot. It's also, it's got a bunch of other people too. David Allen Coe's in it, like early on in his career. And there's a guy who's featured in this movie named Larry John Wilson, who, Larry John Wilson put out like 4 records in the early 70s that, like, I don't even know how to, they're like country and funk and folk mashed together.
Okay, I gotta look.
And he was like, when I saw Heart-Worn Highways for the first, Larry John Wilson, and you want to go to a song called the Whoopi River Bottomland, and I promise you, things will not be the same after you hear it. And he was the guy when I first saw Heart-Worn Highways. Okay, you know, this is Guy Clark doing beautiful Guy Clark stuff, and Townes doing beautiful Townes, and John Hiatt and Steve Earle and Rodney Crowell, and, you know, all these guys. There's a dude on Gamble Rogers who sings the best song about whiskey I've ever heard, called the Black Label Blues. But Larry John, I'd never heard of him before Heart-Worn Highways, and he just, the clip of him singing that song drove me on like a mad goose chase. The stuff's available digitally now, but it wasn't back then. So it was like trying to find copies of his records, and his first 2 albums. Are you just going to do this right now?
I'm just going to pop this in real quick.
And let's both shut up and let this happen. Because
give me something for level as soon as you get ready.
This, yeah, let's just shut up and treat everybody to this. And by the way, this version of the song is different than the one that's on his first album. I don't know which one's better, but you need to listen to the first 2 Larry John Wilson albums, and it will just change everything.
What Brent's got? Yeah? You ready to pick, boys?
Larry, what's the song title?
Oh, Whoopi River Bottomland.
All right.
Sometimes my tunes bear a little explanation.
Who is that producer?
So, but there's enough on the front for,
You think there are some people that don't There might be.
I wonder if there's anybody in the world who doesn't know what the Whoopi River is. You can jump across it.
Hello, Larry.
It's a Georgia Gator hole.
Check the tune on guitars. That one.
Again, I didn't know what this was, but
Sounds like an A.
sounds like an
Okay, that sounds good.
It's really just a 3-pattern. It's
Okay, what's your intro? 11, 11, 11, 11?
yeah. 11, 11, let's see. Boom. No, the intro is going to be 5, 5, 4. 11. I don't know. I think we really ought to wing it along once, run it down and see what we got. Just do your tasties are tasty anyway. Do something. It's about a little river in South Georgia where my family's been for a couple hundred years, making generations and sipping whiskey, I guess. Yeah. And we'll do the 4-5 twice out of the 5-4 here. And the people that's friends of mine, mostly Utah's been unkind. Salt Lake City, do without me. There's some folks in Georgia that care a little about me. I'm leaving the home as soon as I can, Lord. To the Hoopy Room button. Down to 5. Back to the 1. 5.
This, by the way, so what you're seeing is them just kind of like running down, and then
they figuring out
they do the entire song like after he finishes teaching it to them. The guy's voice, he sounds like Sugar Bear, right? Like the guy's voice, you could just curl up in. It's such a warm blanket. Those first 2 albums, I can't recommend enough, but it's. Yeah, but it like that's kind of what the movie is. The Heartworn Highways movie has no narrative structure at all. It's just a series of kind of going down and kind of sitting with these folks and just kind of getting a look into their lives, and they're telling stories to the camera, but then it'll cut to like performances. Guy Clark is performing. I think it's at the Exit Inn that they filmed him. But then you see him, I didn't know this about him, he's a luthier. So there's scenes of Guy just sitting at his workbench building guitars. And the last 25 minutes of the film is Christmas Eve at Guy and Susanna Clark's house. And it's Guy, Susanna, Steve Earle, Rodney Crowell, Steve Young, who wrote 7 Bridges Road, the Eagles tune, and he's amazing. It's all these guys sitting around New Year's Eve. There's just empty bottles everywhere. And one of the things you even notice when you watch it, they're all just gone. And I think it's Guy. He's so far gone that his wine glass is shattered, and he's still like drinking out of like where the one big shard, where he's like funneling it into his mouth. And it's the last 30 minutes is them just sitting around the table Christmas Eve, and they've all got their guitars, and it'll just be like, oh, Guy, play that song, play that one song, and then they'd play something and be like, oh, Steve Earle, play this, and Steve would pick up his guitar and play, and they'd all sort of like join in with each other the way that musicians do. And then they kind of all fall into this really boozy version of Silent Night. And it's like sort of this like beautiful end to it where they all just sort of fall in together. And
so it's definitely, this is just, that alone is really something to kind of hunt down this DVD or Blu-ray and find it.
Yeah, I mean, the last thing I'll say about the movie, because we're supposed to be talking about Hiatt, but it moved me so much that I started a record company just to put it out.
That's crazy.
I took the movie over to my friend Michael's house.
That's funny because I remember the poster always stuck with me because when I first saw it, I'm like, I thought it was Sam Shepard. I'm like, who's this guy? And then, I remember the album, but I never saw the movie.
Yeah, no, I literally my buddy Michael Nieves, who you met, I think, at my birthday last year. He was
That's right.
one of the folks hanging on the porch here. And Nieves, he and I had this like crackpot idea to start a record company, and we wanted to put out this Lewis Taylor album. And I went over to his house one night with the DVD and a bottle of really good whiskey. And I was like, we're going to drink this and watch this. And we watched the movie. And when the movie ended, he was like, wow, that was great. I'm like, yes. And we are going to put out the soundtrack to this because there's never been one. No one has heard these songs before. They've never been on an album. So we're going to do this. And that was kind of the genesis. Like when we launched our label, there were 2 records that were on the schedule. It was Lewis Taylor's Stoned and Heart-Worn Highways. And when the record label went under, Light in the Attic ended up reissuing our soundtrack. They just reissued it exactly as we'd done it. So it was sort of like this weird irony of like, we started this reissue label, we went under, and then another reissue label reissued our stuff. It was sort of this weird cyclical thing. But if there's anyone watching this who wants the soundtrack, I've got about 3,000 of them under my house. And I will you can have a box of 30 to anyone who wants them. Just put your address in the chat and we'll get them out to you.
I know a few people will respond to that. Let's while you guys send your information on the chat and or do the pre-order link on Amazon, let's oh yes, and of course for a small donation to Make Music Day. But we got to get that information up.
Yes.
You can have 60 CDs. Make Music Day coming June 21st, I want to say. Is that right?
June 21st. Solstice.
June 21st, Make Music Day. We'll be talking more about that in the future.
And we'll give you not just Heart-Worn Highways, but the entire Hacktone discography can be yours for free as a charitable gift to donate to Make Music Topanga.
Let's get back to the Hiatt. Let's get back to the Hiatt. This is a performer out in Worcester, Mass, and by the name of Lindsey Moon, and she does Slow Turnin' on ukulele. Here she is.
sure. You can learn to live with love or without it, but there ain't no cure. It's just a slow turning from the inside out. A slow turning, baby. What you come about, yeah. A slow learning, baby. But you learn to sweat, hey, hey, yeah. A slow turning, baby. Not fade away, not fade away, not fade away. Slow turning, slow turning, slow turning, slow turning.
Hi guys, thanks so much for watching that video. If you like that video, be sure to click on screen to watch another one. And also, I am selling t-shirts right now until July 3rd, so I'm going to put that link somewhere on screen as well. And also, brand new stickers, and those are in my store as well, and I'll put the link down below. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week for another video. Bye.
Lindsey
That was so good.
Lindsey Moon, Worcester, Mass. Performer, artist. Yeah, no, she's really cool. I watched a bunch of original things, and definitely someone to check out. Lindsey Moon. There it is, lindseymoon.net. This is Truck Stop Mixtape, y'all. I'm here with Mr. David Gorman, former Hacktones, VP, president. The foundations of his home are held up by boxes and boxes of CDs.
Oh.
The house
Oh.
that Lewis Taylor broke.
You know what? You were just talking about like another song to think about. I don't know if you can do it because I know you got something planned, but don't think about her when you're trying to drive.
Oh my God. Okay.
Oh.
Let me dig that up. I have one request lined up, and I have one song that I wanted to, because I found it, I wanted to try. But let me let me play something while I figure this one song out. What is it that I have here? Oh yes, okay. This is really cool. Hold on. This is a guy named Henry Derek Elis, and he's doing a song called "Something Broken." I think it's from the Tiki Bars Open album, but this is a great example of a song going somewhere much darker or in a deeper place than the original. But I love the original too. But here is Henry Derek Ellis with "Something Broken."
There's something broken in my heart. Ooh, but it's nothing you've done. There's something broken in my heart. Guess that's just the way it comes. There's something broken in my heart. Something that I just can't fix. There's something broken. There's something broken in my heart. I've tried every powder and every pill to put it back together somehow. Rode high with the fool upon the hill, come down with the draft horse and the plow. Been to the land of milk and honey, but honey, I'm broke down now. There's something broken, there's something broken in my heart. I'm gonna go downtown tonight and find me a woman
Try to keep those jagged edges from my mind. Well, if I don't start a fight, I'll just keep on running till I break on through into the morning light. There's something broken in my heart, oh, but it's nothing you've done. There's something broken in my heart, and I know I'm not the only one. Something broken in my heart, something that I just can't fix. There's something broken, there's something broken in my heart. Oh, there's something broken, there's something broken in my heart.
Wow.
Something broken.
Wow.
Yeah, I love that guy's voice. Henry Derek Ellis.
So I'm guessing he's a Tom Waits fan. That's my guess.
Yeah, he's got
that was beautiful. That was so good.
Serpentine thing going with his voice. Let me see. Let me get this out of here. Yes. So let's go back to this. Hold on. We're talking about Feels Like Rain. The version in Treme is high.
Yeah, I messed that up. In my jumbled, garbled memory, I thought it was the Nevilles performing it. It was actually Hiatt doing it himself. It was him on stage.
So I think you just set me up for this next video. This is The Holy Broken. Hopefully these guys are still awake.
I'm hoping they're still together.
I don't know about that one either. But I love these guys. These are my brothers. The Holy Broken. This is definitely my top 5 of Hiatt tunes, and I haven't heard a bad version of it yet. I heard like 17 of them this past week, and that's, to me, that's like the true like power of a song, where it's just like no one can mess us up. And I maybe just set myself up for this video. So you might think otherwise once it plays, but I don't care because I love it, and it felt good singing it, and it felt good playing with these guys. This is The Holy Broken doing our version of Feels Like Rain.
Down here the river meets the sea, and in the sticky heat I feel you open up to me. Love comes out of nowhere, baby, just like a hurricane, and it feels like rain, and it feels like rain. Lying here underneath the stars, right next like rain. Yes, it feels like rain. So batten down the hatch, baby, and leave your heart up your sleeve. It looks like we're in for stormy weather. That ain't no cause for us to leave. Just lay here in my arms, baby. Let it wash away the pain. And it feels like rain. And it feels like rain. It feels like rain. And it feels like rain. Baby, can you feel it? Oh no. Baby, can you feel it? Feel it. Feels like rain. Feels like rain. Baby, can you feel it? Baby, can you feel
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Look at that. Mr. Josh Rice said, "What an attractive bass guitarist."
Aren't they all?
Yes, I think that's the requirement. If if you want to play bass, you gotta have the face for the bass. This is Truck Stop Mixtape. While that song was playing, Mr. Gorman said that our next tribute should be Joan Armatrading. And I think that's a good dare because I know very little of Joan Armatrading, just the singles that were out back in the day.
Oh,
But, I own a couple of her albums, but you're pushing me in the right direction.
you need to come over for a little listening party. By the way,
so down.
Gio and I can say this because we're podners. We
We're podners.
the only adult that I've been in a room with without a mask in a year, other than my wife. So,
Hold
but
on.
yeah,
I just want to say some folks in the house. Josh Rice, of course, in the house. Mr. Theo Griffin, Theo, yes, and it feels like rain. Gee, yeah, you know you sound good, right? Yes, I know, I don't know, but thank you for saying that. If it looks like rain and it feels like rain, then
must be rain.
then you wet, sucker. No, I wanted to do a little mention about the end there because the end of that song, I was singing "Keep on Pushing Love," and people won't know this because I'm just a big nerd about Hall and Oates, but there's a Hall and Oates song off one of the last album that they did in the 80s. I can't remember what it's called. I think it was called Ooh Yeah. But there's a song called Keep on Pushing Love, and the refrain in it is the same melody from that line, Baby Can You Feel It? So it's like, I think it's John Oates who sings it, but it's like, Baby Can You Feel It? And so when I was listening to this song today, the Feels Like Rain, or yesterday, I was just like, oh crap, that's exactly that thing. So I just had to throw in Keep on Pushing Love because, I throw in my plugs and my shout outs and my connections wherever I can. And but I love that song, by the way.
But I thought when you did Keep on Pushing Love, I thought you were referencing Al Green's Keep on Pushing Love.
But that's the thing. I'm sure that's where they got it. But the thing is,
I don't know, because if it came off of one of their records in the 80s, the Al Green record that I Keep on Pushing Love came after.
Oh, crap. Then maybe it's the other way around. Like I said, it's just one of those things. The Hall & Oates song, the chorus just says, "Baby, can you feel it?" And I was just like, wait a minute, this is and it's 4 years after this John Hiatt version. But you know, how many "Baby, Can You Feel It" have there been in pop music? Peter Frampton. I'm not saying. I'm just kidding. Again, this is Truck Stop Mixtape. I want to thank everyone for being here, and this is how we roll. We roll loosely. In the house, Mr. David Gorman, my partner. And thank you for hanging, brother. Thank you for guys for watching, and thank you the Holy Broken for going through those songs this week, figuring out that stuff. I wanted to try to play something because Mina, where is Mina? Mina Forsyth Rempe requested Master of Disaster, and if I don't even try it, that would be a shame, and I'm gonna try it. So I'm gonna put you away for a second, Mr. Gorman. Don't go anywhere. And I'm gonna try the song. Wish me luck. Okay, here we go. This is called Master of Disaster for Mina. Close one there, choking in clean underwear, bleeding tongue, a ball pounding in my lungs, ship too short. I can't see the coastline anymore. I shouldn't be here. I thought I made that loud and clear. But the master of disaster gets tangled in his Telecaster. He can't play it any faster when he plays the blues. When he had the heart to ask her, and every note just shook the plaster. Now he's just a mean old bastard when he plays the blues. Chinatown, chasing that old dragon down. Madam Wong's, we play the blues with the curtains drawn. Sidewalks are wide while the LA sun beat out at night. Pounding brain, my last transmission down the drain. But the master of disaster gets tangled in his Telecaster. He can't play it any faster when he plays the blues. If he had the heart to ask her, every note just shook the plaster. Now he's just a mean old bastard when he plays the blues. Now he's just a mean old bastard when he plays the blues. All right, Mina. I tried. Yes! Mina's still here. Thank you, Mina. All right. All right, see? Dare me. I'll do it. Anybody. Okay. Except for, now I got to figure out this song that David mentioned before. I got to find that song now.
What'd I do?
You mentioned a song that had a long title. It was like Don't Drive or something.
Oh, Don't Think About Her When You're Trying to Drive. Yeah, so that was the Little Village record.
Oh, crap. Yes.
John Hiatt and Nick Lowe and Jim Keltner and Ry Cooder.
Ry Cooder, yeah.
Yeah. And Nick Lowe did a version of it by himself, and shockingly, it was not nearly as good. But the version on the Little Village record, it's great, and it's one of Hyatt's best vocals, I think.
I gotta find it. So thank you, Mina, for the request. Yay, cool, thanks. This is I'm gonna play another tune here. This is a woman in Australia named Amanda Faulkner. She's a country artist in Australia, and she's done this cool version, or this kind of laid back version of Where Nobody Knows My Name. This is Amanda Faulkner, everybody. Truck Stop Mixtape.
There's a town down the road where I ain't been before. Nobody knows my name or what I'm looking for. Maybe things will be a little different, 'cause they can't stay the same. I'm gonna ease on down the road where nobody knows my name. I've gotta keep the dust moving up around the hills. There might be a change for me just over that distant hill. And even when the past comes calling, looking for somebody to blame, I'll be easing down the road where nobody knows my name. When the burning sun surrenders, will she still remember me? I never told her I was going out where the wind is blowing free. If she thinks about me tonight, I know it won't miss the pain. 'Cause I'll be taking down the road where nobody knows my name. When the burning sun surrenders, will she still remember me? I never told her I was going out where the wind is blowing free. If she thinks about me tonight, I know it won't miss the pain. 'Cause I'll be taking it down the road where nobody knows my name. There's a town down the road where I ain't been before. Nobody knows my name or what I'm looking for. And maybe things will be a little different, 'cause they can't stay the same. I'm gonna ease on down the road where nobody knows my name. I'm gonna ease on down the road where nobody knows my name.
Yes. Trying to figure this out. So the song that David requested, "Don't Think About It When You're Driving," by Little Village. Just a little out of my reach
That's all right.
It's like don't think about the song while you're trying to learn how to play it. It's just, but it's beautiful. It's beautiful. I'd forgotten about that album. I mean, I listened to it a bit this week, just a few songs off of it. But I remember when that album came out.
It's a weird record because it's like I think it. I'm just speaking for myself, but like my expectation for that record was so high because it was the same group that did Bring the Family. It was like the same guys that backed Hiatt up on that record.
The crew, yeah.
And it was like, it's a good record, but it's not.
It's a little too laid back, right? It's like it's not as sharp as some of the stuff on Bring the Family.
Yeah, and like even the songs, like I mean, there's like a handful of probably 3 or 4 songs that are at that level, but I think it's like it couldn't live up to Bring the Family. Like not a lot of records can. Like Bring the Family is like a near perfect thing.
I mean, that's definitely a peak for Mr. Hiatt for sure.
Yeah, and so when that record came out, I was like, oh my God, like I was prepared for this to be the best record I'd ever heard. And I think there were like enough like clunkers on it that I was like, and I didn't give it a shot, but that song just stood out. Like that was the one song that I felt like, man, this is as good as any of those 4 guys ever did.
Yeah. I dig it. It's just I need to do work on it. That one. Master Disaster.
I'm always amazed. I'm always amazed, like, you know, take your time and learn it, but that when you just do grab your guitar and like, or cue up a karaoke track and belt it out, man, I'm amazed that you can like adapt on the fly and own these songs. So
I appreciate you saying that, but I think half of it is you're just you're in it, man. You know, it's like, can you swim? Let's see.
It took me upwards of 25 attempts to get the one song that I did tonight right, and even that made me cringe hearing it again. So that you can like sort of just like someone toss a song out to you, like I don't know the song, but while we're playing something else, I'll learn it. That just blows my mind.
No, again, man, it's like it's just these truck stop mixtape. This excuse for me to hang out with you, David, my partner. I'm not gonna let you let that go. And all my friends watching, you know, people in the house, Holy Broken Fools, Owen, Jay, Theo, Mina, who requested. Juliana might be back from dinner.
I just heard her take the dog out for a walk.
Sarah and Franklin, who might still be watching. I'm not sure, but I really appreciate anyone who's watching and everyone involved. It's just, again, it's I always felt that the best way to learn something is in the fire, you know, like in the pan, you know, like how do you learn how to dance? It's like when you got bullets coming at your feet, it's like, you know what I mean? It's like, okay, well, we gotta move, gotta keep moving. How are we gonna do this? I don't know, but we'll figure it out. And then you can walk away from it and go, okay, well, that's cool, you know, and whatever, work on it some more. But you know, it's like seeing that this 3 first name guy, whatever, something John Lewis,
Larry John Wilson.
Larry John Wilson. Never trust a person with 3 first names. But
that's fair. They tend to be serial killers.
They do. But I just love that because they're like in the studio, you know, and it's like, you know, that not everyone necessarily knows the song, but he's going, hey, well, let's play this, whatever, and they're figuring, you know, and by take 3, they got the one that's going to like press.
But that to me is like, that's the amazing thing about those like serious session musicians. You never want to buy albums that they get to make on their own, but
they think them too much.
Yeah, but it's always amazed me that, like, the songwriter can come in or whatever and just kind of be like, yeah, it kind of goes like this. And these guys are just so good that it's like, oh, okay, yeah, got it. And they just lock in and they know it. Like that always blew my mind. Like watching, like, anytime you watch a record get made when there's like serious session guys there.
Yeah.
It just, you could just kind of tell them what you're thinking, and oh yeah, don't worry about this. We've been here,
There's a few more things I want to play before we wrap it up, but this song was something I came across. This guy named Michael Mitchell, and
that's 2 first names.
Yes, yeah, he's close to. But I really dug his voice on this. There's a song called "Take It Down," and let me just play it. This is Michael Mitchell, "Take It Down."
Take everything that we've had, take it and burn it to the ground. Some things are never meant to last. Take it down, down, down. Take it down. Take it down, down, down. Take it down. I'm still married to it all. That ain't no place, hang around. My love is 50 feet tall. Take it down, down, down. Take it down. Take it down, down, down. Take it down. And grown accustomed to the way you hurled us in space. I'll never make that trip. The tears are rusted on my face. I'm just an empty place. Your love used to fill. South Carolina, where are you? We were once lost, now we're found. War is over, battle's through. Take it down, down, down. Take it down. Take it down, down, down. Take it down. Take it down, down, down. Take it down. Take it down, down, down. Take it down.
That was so good.
Yes, it was.
Oh. I was texting you on the side. It almost sounded like Bruce Springsteen covering Hiatt. It was so good.
Yeah, no, it definitely had a yes. Yeah. 70s thing. I don't want to mention what I said. I don't want to piss you off.
No, but like it almost like it sounded like Springsteen, kind of Nebraska. Like if Springsteen put that song on Nebraska.
Yeah.
It's so good.
I loved it. Michael Mitchell, search him on YouTube, y'all. He was really funny. I just reached out to him and I was like, "Hey, man, this is a fantastic take. This is, we talked a little bit and blah, blah, blah." And I said, "I like to put people's links while we play the video." And he's like, "Oh, yeah, no, I'm not a professional singer." I'm like, "Dude, you're..." He's like, "Oh, I'm not a professional singer." I'm like, I don't know about the professional part, but you are a singer. You sing great.
Do you want me to call him next time? Be like, I showed up on the show.
No, I mean it's just funny. He was just like very like, "Oh, I just do this for fun." I'm like, "Well, your fun is can be very emotional for other people." But I'm gonna try another song, man, if that's cool, because this is a song that when the show started, I had made a long playlist on Spotify, and this is one of the songs because we were talking about the Elvis Costello thing and how it was just like that time, whatever, like early 80s, and they were just the production, but even more so than the production, because it was just the victim of whatever the record company was willing to shell out for the time, right? It was his like singing style, like he was just singing like Elvis Costello, and this particular song for me was it's basically I've never heard an Elvis and I'm not gonna do it justice, but I've never heard an Elvis Costello song written and performed by somebody else as so just distinctively Elvis Costello. But I'm gonna try it. And then we can say goodbye with a special song that you can help me out with, talking about.
Oh, okay. I know if you were like roping me into a duet last minute, and I would politely decline.
We could try. We can try. We can try a duet of perfectly good guitar. No. Let me try this. This is called "It Hasn't Happened Yet."
Oh, good choice.
So look out.
Good choice. And I agree with you. It is a Costello song. You're right.
It's a Costello song, man. I mean, it's like it's also like that, just that turn of Costello. It's exactly the same time that he was turning, leaving like the punky side a little bit and getting more soulful and more, and it's just like, I don't know. I swear, like they were hanging out and they wrote this song together, and Elvis said, "Don't give me the credit. You just go."
No, I think you're dead on with that one. The melody of it, the lyric of it, and you're right. Like even like the way Hiatt sings it, kind of swallowing the words the way that Elvis does, like that little. Yeah, good call.
So, again, this is extremely selfish. I'm just gonna do it because I love learning these things and figuring these things out at the last minute. So here we go. Lord, okay. I'm gonna keep you on board because it's just I feel less pressure if you're still hanging out with me here.
I'm here.
All right, here we go. You said that I would be sorry if you went away. You said that I wouldn't be happy if you... Oh my God, let me start fresh. I've never done this before. No, I mean, I've never done this particular thing before as far as like stopping, but I love this song. Again, I find these songs and I have to, all right, fuck it. I'm just gonna try it. Hey, hey. All right, I'm gonna hide you, man. I'm gonna hide you so you don't feel embarrassed for me live on the air. All right, here you go. You said that I would be sorry if you went away. You said I wouldn't be happy that I had to pay. You said the teardrops would fall. Dang it. You said the teardrops would fall. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm having so much trouble with this. Forgive me, y'all. I'm gonna go through this. You said the teardrops would fall between the bedroom walls. You said that I would regret, but it hasn't happened yet. Your friends come over and offer to take me to eat. They all seem sorry I'm suffering so much misery. They said to give a, dang it, they said to give a call the next time I start to crawl. I always say you bet, but it hasn't happened yet. I don't have anyone. I'm having fun. No one is into me. I see you on the street. My heart don't skip no beat. Lovers hostility. Don't mean to mean to me. I find it hard to remember the good times we had. Call me insensitive now, but I'm over it's glad. I'm getting through this. You said big shadows would fall. It would be too. Dang it. You said when big. Wow. This is a disaster, but I don't care. I'm doing it. You said when big shadows fell, it would be too hard to tell my life from your silhouette. But it hasn't happened yet. Hasn't happened yet. Oh my God. Wow. Okay.
Triumph.
You know what? They can't all be winners. They can't all be winners. That's what I say. Sometimes you gotta take the bad with the good. And you know what? I'm happy I did that. I love that song. And again, it's one of those things that if I feel like if I don't try this like this, I just never get the opportunity to do this, man. You know what I mean? It's like, for me, it's like, you know, now I know I have to figure that song out. I can't just I could have done that other song. Like I said. So less talking, more singing. Yes. Again, thank you for being my support and my person there and not clocking out. You could have accidentally been like, okay, I'm out of here. Boop.
It's dinner time.
But
no, man. Listen. Here's what it comes down to, right? I told you this last time when we did the Neil Diamond thing.
All right, Elvis.
No. When we did the Diamond thing, like you were my support to like perform because it's not something I've ever done. So I'm here for you to like learn things in real time and be in the cheerleading section.
That's Jace Hugh in the house, my brother Jace Hugh. I believe he's saying never, which is not necessarily a negative connotation. He's saying never. It's got to be an Idol Maker reference. Never. Sorry, only two of us will get that, but that's okay.
I smell a movie night. I think we got to do
Idol Maker, best movie of all time. I will fight you. Best movie of all time, Idol Maker. Thank you everyone for sticking around. Thank you everyone for watching. This is Truck Stop Mixtape. Next week, we're going to be doing 80s divas. Rock, pop, and soul divas. I say 80s, but it's really just a loose theme. So pull out your
Martika,
your Taylor Danes, your Tiffany's, your Laura Branigans, your Whitneys, your Cindys, your whatever, your George Michaels, if you want,
or Joan Armatradings. She had a hit in the 80s.
There you go. So, if anyone has any covers, and I promise to figure some things out. Thank you for hanging, Mr. Gorman. Thank you for being my partner in this Truck Stop Mixtape universe, and thank you, Mr. John Hiatt, for providing us with so much music and humor and amazing songs, and just thank you, because again, it's what I get out of it is just doing this, is playing these songs and finding these different covers and people's different interpretations and sitting. Oh yeah, Jason says Joan Jett. Sure, why not? She's a diva. She's a rock and roll diva. But it's fun, man. It's fun, and you got to get fun wherever you can these days. And this is, we ain't hurting nobody. Mm-hmm. I mean, you don't have to watch. Let's end this with Mr. Hiatt himself, of doing a cover of a song as opposed to doing one of his originals. Tell me about this song. Living a little, laughing a little.
Yeah, man. So this was one we were talking about earlier. This is a cover of a Spinners tune. I believe this was on the Pick of the Litter album, which is one of those, like, the first four Spinner. Well, they're not the first four. The first four on Atlantic. The Tom Bell. First four Tom Bell Spinners records. Anyone that doesn't know
two or three before that, right?
They had two records prior on Motown. So, like, It's a Shame and, that stuff. But then they moved over to Atlantic. Tom Bell took them over as their producer. And the first, pretty much all the records Tom Bell made with them but the first four were like sort of the perfect records. And Living Just a Little, Laughing Just a Little, the Spinners version, everyone should hear, because it's just this tragic, melancholy, just, oh my God, just so good. Like, begins with this just simple piano. Kind of a weird song to cover, like doing it in this like big bombastic 80s rock version. So, I mean, part of it, like I was saying before, like that Hiatt and Costello both thought like, oh, this is a good song for us to do. I think shows kind of what they were listening to, and that, you know, these guys had a lot of different things they were pulling from. If you're a Costello fan, if you've seen him play live, when he sings Allison, he'll usually incorporate bits of this song into the end of it. So when he does Allison live, he'll kind of bring in that laugh everyone at the clown. He's the best one in town. He'll bring that lyric into the sort of vamp on Allison. I've seen him do that a few times live. But I think just we got to set this up properly. One, it's a weird cover of the song. It's all that bad gated drum 80s production.
I think this might be a live take too. This might be a live take actually. Just John Hiatt doing it by himself.
Well, if it's the video that I sent you the link to,
Yeah.
that's kind of the gag. This is a very like goofy SNL skit kind of thing where it's like Hyatt's about to go on stage and he's supposed to do this duet with Elvis, but Elvis is like stuck in traffic and he's not going to make it. So Hiatt has to do both parts, and it's got the big payoff at the end. It's totally goofy and ridiculous, and yet they are covering one of the most beautiful ballads in soul music. It makes no damn sense, and it's wonderful.
Beautiful. So I can't think of a better way to end this. David, thank you for hanging. Everyone, thank you for watching. Next week, 80s divas, rock, pop, and soul. This is Truck Stop Mixtape, truckstopmixtape.com, youtube.com/truckstopmixtape. Go subscribe. Give us some love there if you can. Share this with everybody you can, and let's continue this party. This is Living a Little, Laugh a Little with John Hiatt and I guess Elvis Costello in a limo, I assume. Good night, everybody. Truck Stop Mixtape.
Down here the river meets the sea, and in the
rain.